לא מאמינים.
אימא'לה, כל הרחוב נשבר, אין יותר, יואו, אתם לא מבינים מה קורה? אימא'לה! הלך סורוקה, בראש שלי אמא שלי הלך
סורוקה. טירוף מוחלט.
תראו את האנשים. תראו, פה נפל הטיש.
אתם לא מבינים מה הולך
الشعب يقعد بداره طلع الصواريخ اللي وكان علينا تل ابيب.
And right now, Iranian ballistic missiles are coming into Tel Aviv. You can see the Israeli air raid systems in operation. Right there, some of the Iron Dome system going up, making interceptions. They are exploding at relatively high altitude just over the center of Tel Aviv. This is the second barrage we've heard just in the last few minutes. Israel tonight is launching new strikes inside Iran, taking out Iranian F-14 fighter jets while still on the runway and destroying ballistic missile launchers in western Iran. Israel now declaring the Iranian military leadership is on the run and that it just killed Iran's most senior military commander, General Ali Shadmani, who had replaced another general Israel killed just 4 days ago. At a press conference tonight, Israel's foreign minister warning anyone in Iran to, quote, consider carefully before taking that job. And this from Israel's ambassador to the United States.
We're going to see some surprises on Thursday night and Friday.
Overnight, images of massive traffic jams as residents rushed out of Tehran. While we've now learned from sources on the ground, potential cyber attacks are hitting Iran's banking system, with some ATMs not working. Israel's military operation targeting Iran's nuclear program and its military leaders is now into day 5. Israel saying it's killed several top Iranian generals and 10 nuclear scientists. Today, Germany's chancellor praising Israel's operation, saying this is the dirty work Israel is doing for all of us. While China's President Xi saying all parties should work to de-escalate. Iran has launched missiles every day against Israel, some seen streaking through the skies out of the window of a passenger jet. Only a few were launched today. I heard this ballistic missile explode around 9 o'clock this morning. It caused a major bang, but nobody was killed or injured here. Instead, a lot of buses. This is a bus depot just north of Tel Aviv, and the buses were totally charred. Israel says Iran has launched 400 ballistic missiles at Israel since Friday. Air defenses have taken out most of them. Richard Engel, NBC News, Tel Aviv. And right now, Iranian ballistic missiles are...
Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahapa Bahasham Yahapa Shai Bahasham Bahat Kodash. Brakata Yahapa Shai Brakata Kodash Bahasham Yahapa Shai Bahasham Bahat Kodash. Excuse me. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders and the Akim and the Akwa of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick video entitled, World War III update. Israeli and Iran exchange missiles. So, we see that this is the very definition of war, right? Two countries battling back and forth, shooting and bombing each other, right, with rockets and missiles. So, we're here. World War III is, it's very obvious, that we're in World War III right now, and just like that, on the drop of a dime, everything is going to change, and everything is changed now to obvious World War III. So we just now sit back, focus on the, they're focusing on the prophecies that's coming to pass now. The last key major prophecies, which is World War III, and the mark of the beast is coming down soon, and those are the last two great prophecies. Those two must come to pass, World War III and the mark of the beast, to go through that last trial before those thermonuclear missiles hit. Let me see, start here. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So now it's no longer coming quickly. It has occurred swiftly, right? It's begun, and now just like that, we're in the era of World War III. Woe means destruction, goes into war. So the reason why it's worded this way, as I've said in the past, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, because we were still asleep during the First and Second World War. The hopeful elect. The Great Awakening has occurred after World War II. So this is the Most High letting us know, when we awaken back to the truth, then in around 1969, around that time, when we read the scriptures at that point, when we awaken, the Most High letting us know that the Second World War has passed, and behold, World War III is coming quick. So it's high time to awake out of sleep and, to get ourselves right. Because it's coming real fast now. Everything, the prophecies are just one after the other in full swing right now. And this is why it's occurring, Great wickedness is polluting the earth. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, that's the end times right now, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. All these heathen nations have walked in great pride. And that's the beginning of sin. Pride, men commit sin through their pride. Pride is the beginning. When a man, beginning of sin is when one depart from his maker. The beginning of pride is when one depart from his maker. So right here in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10 and verse 12, the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh, and his heart is turned away from his maker. So the beginning of pride is when people, like Enoch, or not Enoch, Cain, right? He departed from the Most High in the garden, and that's the same spirit. And Cain into his grandchildren, Esau, his grandson Esau, and his son Esau, and then, his grandchildren, the Edomites, the children of Esau, and they are the most proud, and the pride of their heart deceived them, and they're the most proud upon the earth. And so now they're filled with pride, and all the nations of the earth is filled with pride, and 2/3 of Israel they're definitely filled with pride, 2/3, because they departed from Yahweh, because they directly are the children of the Most High. They're the chosen. So, that's why all these miseries coming upon the earth, because of their great wickedness, their pride. And that's where, sin comes from pride. Okay, so we'll go from there to 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's going into the unbelief and the scoffing that comes from it. And that the incredulity, meaning their unbelief, don't let their disbelief, their great disbelief in the truth that you're speaking, and that you understand the foundation you have, the sure foundation we have. Don't let their unbelief and disbelief and hate trouble us, and then that because from that they're going to speak against us, they're going to scoff and ridicule you and insult you and disrespect and slander you because of the truth. So don't let their wicked imaginations against us, trouble us. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So they're unfaithful, they're unworthy to receive the mercies of the Most High because he's bestowed it upon his elect that he's awakened. Lord willing, we're of that number. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's what's going on. We see the plagues going throughout the world. The sword going into the war. Famine, food, they call it AKA food insecurity now. Famine that's going to intensify, and then death. Death from the sword and the famine. People dying from both, and destruction. And that World War III is on the way. Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. And that's why, from that pride. And their hurtful works are fulfilled, meaning what? The fulfillment. Wickedness has reached its maximum, level of, of perversion and degeneration. And so now the earth is ripe for mass judgment. Verse 7, no one can gainsay wickedly against the Most High for judging the earth, because all you have to do is see how wicked people are. It's justified. Verse 7, thus therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Most High has been patient. The prophecies have been held back, and now they're going full speed ahead now, which they profanely commit. They blasphemous and profane. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So that's the hopeful elect, that's the elect chiefly, right? And the Israelites, they touching the apple of the Most High's eye. And precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, and that blood that's been shed by the so-called white race and all the heathen that lick our wounds and enjoy and make money off of our afflictions. The Most High sees it all, and the righteous blood complain continually, just like Abel's righteous blood, cried into the Most High from the earth. And so the same thing's happening again, and he's going to visit the way he came and talked to Cain about it, about killing Abel. The Most High is, he's going to come. He's visiting Cain's descendants, the Edomites, so-called white race, and is about to judge them, and the heathen as well. Verse 9, and therefore said the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So vengeance is of the Most High. He's our avenger, right? And through his right arm as well, Yahweh Shai, his only begotten Son. Yasharal and Yahweh, the Israelites, older brother, big brother, right? So the Most High is going to avenge us. That's why we are in the house of mourning, patiently awaiting the return of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And this is a new Egypt. So around the time when the prophet Ezra received this vision and prophecy, this is long, the ancient Egypt captivity was long past. So this is a new Egypt. This is talking about America. That place which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, as the book of Revelation speaks about. End time Egypt is America, Babylon the Great. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, America, as before. You see, because it lets you know that this isn't talking about old Egypt, the plagues of Egypt that Moses, he returned back to when he left from Egypt, after he killed that Egyptian for trying to kill his Hebrew brother. He returned after he was on a hiatus, had left for a while. He fled Egypt, right? And he came back. And with that staff, and it worked miracles through the Most High, from the Most High, right? And then Egypt, the Most High smited Egypt and Pharaoh with those plagues, and those plagues are returning again in modern day Egypt, America. That's why it says Egypt with plagues as before. So nothing new under the sun. Ancient Egypt got smitten with those plagues, and the country that follows the same spiritual wickedness of ancient Egypt, America. It's everywhere, you know, the signs, the structures in DC, the obelisk, different structures and everything that's planted throughout America. You know, this is modern Egypt, and will destroy all the land thereof. And the Most High is going to destroy all of this, and their chief partners, the little hats, right? Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh, in the name Yahweh Shai, shall bring upon it. So, you know, this is what's going on. You know, and then this World War III is one of those chief judgments. It's going to bring the ultimate judgment. That's going to do this right here. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. You see, that's a lot right there. The Most High said, the day cometh, that's the end days, that's where we're at now, that shall burn as an oven. So the earth is going to be like you in the oven, because that's the thermonuclear fire that's going to do that. You know, and that's a horrible judgment, you know, the lake of fire. So this Lord willing, we're of that number of the elect to be beamed out of this. And all the proud, see, not the righteous, not the humble and meek, the proud, all the proud will be, and all that they're the ones doing the wickedness, and they shall be stubble. And that's the end result of that thermonuclear fire. Stubble is the end result of fire. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Most High Power Yahweh of hosts, and that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. You know, their foundation and all of their wicked fruit and offspring, that's what comes out the branches, the fruit, right? The fruit, all of the people that they've turned into, you know, that they've influenced to be wicked as well. Their seed, and then all the other heathen that the so-called white race, you know, influences and wickedness and pride. And the wicked Israelites, 2/3, you know, that will have to be burnt up on this side. So this is a quick little World War III update. Israelis and Iranians, you know, they are exchanging missiles. World War III with them, you know, it's intensified to the next level, you know, because that's Israel and Iranians are two major powers battling, right? It's no longer Israel fighting the smaller Hezbollah and the Houthis and the Palestinians over there, right? It's escalated to now Iran, the chief ally to the bear, right? So, and the chief allies of the whore America and the bear Russia are duking it out right now. It's going to intensify more and more. So it's getting real. It's getting very, you know, leading to that great climax of the bear Russia versus the whore America, the great showdown. Because they will have to step in, both of them, and then China and North Korea and all the allies, you know, just stick to the prophecies and understand, you know, the gravity of everything that's occurring. So with that being said, hope the video was edifying. The water to the Hakudash Bashim, Habashai for another video. Till next video, I say, Shalom.